Hey y'all, I'm your host, Aaron Smith of the Offshore Marine Service Association. Each Friday, I'll bring you the Offshore Briefing, a quick rundown of the week's notable developments, updates, and news you need to know in the offshore space. Whether you're on deck or at your desk, we're glad you're here. Welcome everyone to another episode of Maritime in America, the Offshore Briefing. This is our 33rd episode of Season 1, and we actually figured out that we are now going to end Season 1 at the end of the year. So we're coming up to the end of Season 1 for this, which was good because I didn't really know when we would end Season 1. So we now have a end spot. So with me, as always, I have Ashley Smith and Angel Johnson. How are y'all doing?
Just lovely on the second time around.
Doing great. Hyped up on coffee.
Yes, as Ashley alluded.
So I will start the segment. and the reason why I'm starting is so Aaron can't grab the microphone and ruin my amazing, thoughtful rant that has already happened.
Well, one, you can't have a thoughtful rant. No.
I pride myself on not really knowing what I'm going to talk about all the time.
We're all aware.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And today, I just let it flow.
Michael
Scott.
Scott.
A good one.
Sometimes I start a sentence and not know where.
Sometimes I start a sentence and I don't know where it's going to take me. But it's usually somewhere good. Usually offensive, surprising, shocking, yes. Anywho, today, what I had originally said was, I'm thankful. In the light of it being Thanksgiving, almost Thanksgiving, what I was going to say is, I'm thankful. And I pointed out that I was very thankful for my amazing husband who was allowing me to adopt a dog.
No.
It's coming.
No.
It's white. It's a white lab. He's one. He's adorable. Good with cats.
Potty trained.
Crate trained. Win.
It doesn't say it's good with cats.
Yes, it does.
No, it does not.
Well, I've already messaged the person. So, yes.
They lied to you.
They did not. And they said they just need a foster. So, you know what? Let's give it a home.
Okay. Does anyone believe that Ashley is going to foster an animal? Does anyone think that Ashley is going to have an animal and then give up said animal?
No.
That is not going to happen.
So he's mine. Anyway, I'm really thankful and excited for it. And the cats are thankful as well. And the girls are thankful because I've told everyone. I even messaged all of our, all the family texts. It was a sign. Anywho, that's what I'm thankful for. And
Cybersecurity.
I'm not thankful for cybersecurity, but I was saying I'm thankful for our members when I had a wonderful conversation with them today because it reminds me that I really do love my job and who I work for.
Yeah, that is good.
I work for is in the member companies, not you. And I'm looking at you, Aaron.
Well, I will ignore that. But what did you do today that you were talking to him?
We had the annual security exercise for the AMSA security plan. And I was saying that I have done this. I've done this scenario for like the last 6 years, but I've never been the facilitator. And this was my first time being the facilitator. And I was super nervous. I don't know why. I know the material better than everyone else, but I was nervous that I felt like kind of like an imposter.
Imposter syndrome?
Yes. It was weird, but I
know the plan better than everyone
else. And Anywho, so I was nervous about it, but then, but I did it and it's over.
Good work.
And we had all the member companies on there except for 2 that notified me they couldn't be on it, and everyone was helpful. And we talked about the cybersecurity final rule and what we plan on doing, and we talked about training, and the members got to share information with each other, so that this website has free training, this website, whatever. So it was nice. It was good.
That's good. That is good. And that's how, one, if you don't want to, some of these requirements that you have to do to meet Coast Guard regulations that maybe aren't as useful as other regulations, we usually have a solution for those. And so if you want to outsource something like your security exercise that you have to do to meet Coast Guard regulations, we're always willing to take that on because we can do that. And we can do this in a way that helps everyone by that sort of collaboration that you're talking about. So if you don't use the AMSA security plan right now, please sign up. And so Ashley can lead your security exercise instead of someone that probably has better things to do.
Yes, exactly.
So, yeah.
I mean, I had better things to do as well. However, those were the things I had to do.
That was what I was implying.
Oh. Rude.
So you're thankful for our members. Angel, what are you thankful for?
I'll tell you what I'm not thankful for is our 14-year-old daughter who is angrily texting me to come get her from school at 2:23 in the afternoon when school ends at 3:15.
Yes.
You know, the simpler things in life, health, able-bodiedness,
You're a fat cat.
the lack,
ability to talk.
yeah,
Your
the
ability to talk.
lack of ability to talk. I do have, my animals are really chubby. But yeah, the simpler things in life, just peacefulness. I enjoy that a lot. On another note though, a part of Ashley Tidbits, what I found out today is they're making a Labubu movie.
Shut up.
I figured you would like that.
Yes. Yes.
If anyone is interested in what a Labubu is, don't.
Maisie still has her Labubu, and she's like, can we get another one? And I keep getting the emails. So I'm like, I don't have the energy to stay up and keep clicking the link over and over until I get a Labubu.
Don't.
And my credit card has not been stolen by China.
But that's good.
So there's that.
So this is because we won't be recording next week because of Thanksgiving. So this will be the last podcast before Workboat. So I am thankful for all of the support that we always have for the AMSA happy hour during Workboat. If you haven't already, check out the page on our website that has the registrants on there. We have, the last time I checked, 160, I think, or so people that have registered for the happy hour already.
That's, we say already, because most people don't register until Monday before.
Yeah. So it's looking like it'll be a great crowd. We got some great ideas on what we're going to do and how we're going to highlight our great AMSA members during that. So I'm excited about that. And we'll also, if anyone is going to be in town for Workboat and can't make it to the reception or just wants to talk separately, really happy to find some time and sit down with people and talk. So we're going to do that.
They have an office just right down the street from Workboat, so that helps.
We don't have all the furniture and things on the wall, but it's an office.
I mean, it's
you can use Angel's desk.
I have 2 chairs.
I have 2 chairs as well, although there's crap in one, so I have 1 chair. And we have a lot of moving chairs without a...
Oh yeah, we have rolling chairs.
We have lots of rolling chairs. Good set up by games, like bowling with people.
No, we don't.
Do we want to play the boat game now or afterwards? I'm excited to make you look stupid again.
I think we end with the
and
boat
maybe
game.
this time you don't forward this podcast to your father, who I was not being mean to. It was a joke, but it sounded very mean. Who I love your dad more than anything.
I know you do, and he knows that. And he knows it was a joke, and he knows it was a joke at me, not at him. So I think you're just being psycho again. So, all right. No. Well, we'll do the boat game last. I do actually want to spend a few minutes talking about real news, and specifically the thing that I've seen the most, and I've really been reading through it all today, was the NTSB report preliminary report on the Dali. That was the vessel that hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge.
Mm-hmm. The Wolf Wire.
Yes, came out with the its first reports with some recommendations. And yes, as Angel alluded to, and this kind of goes back to the episode with Jeremy Bailey. And if you haven't listened to that, go back and listen to it, just about, when people talk about the supply chain that supports the maritime industry, and they use it as just kind of some nebulous term like, oh, the supply chain. Jeremy's the supply chain. Like, that's who we're talking about. We're talking about just a genius of an individual who has an amazing technical knowledge and has an amazing ability to make things work. I think that his career is more prominent in the offshore industry, where tolerances are tighter and risk profiles are higher during most operations. And so we do have the more of the checks and assurances and audits that we all know and love in our industry that then are seen in other segments of the maritime industry. And I think, you're seeing that in what, as I read through the NTSB report on the Dali, that's what I notice. And, Chuck, Centauri, when he was on a month ago or so now, he mentioned that as well, is that, the MTSDP committee, some of the thought processes and ideas that they have benefit outside of the DP industry. The Dali was one of the examples he mentioned, and I think now with the NTSB report out, that's totally true because, like Angel alluded to, it found out that there was a singular wire that came loose. It was still connected to the switchboard. It wasn't all the way connected. There was a clip, and the wire had to stop it right now. Stop it.
It's just
Stop
made
it.
fun of you, right? It's called karma. I love watching it. This could be made fun of you.
It was
No.
the wire label banding. It didn't fully fit into the little switch clamp.
No.
You both look like idiots.
No.
Trying to do the motions.
Well,
But
no,
where
I'm
things-
just trying to figure out how to say this so I don't get it. That's what she said.
Oh,
I'd already,
Yeah.
you hadn't even gotten there yet.
it
So
was
yeah.
coming.
So yes, but it was because someone had put a label on the wire, which meant that it couldn't fully fit into the slot.
That's what she said.
See, I knew it was coming. And so was trying to prevent that again.
Remind me what nationality this vessel is.
I do not know the flag on it. I would assume it's Panama, Liberia, Vanuatu.
Just throwing that out
Yeah.
there. Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Well, and that is the NTSB definitely tries to write around that fact a lot because
That's
they understand they
fair.
can't make recommendations to those flags.
Then they can't.
Well, they make a recommendation to the class society, the NK class society. Not ABS, I don't even know if NK has a
Well, I would
has
just
a
love
US
put
office.
that vessel against a US
Exactly.
vessel and see what the difference is.
And yes, so I do think, and in reading, they have a lot of good recommendations on how the security of the wires can be promoted and can be enforced. But then they also have recommendations for the Coast Guard to make a recommendation to IMO to set up an IMO standard or improve the IMO SOLAS code for these things to happen. But look, I mean, what's going to happen with that is the Coast Guard responding to a foreign flag vessel having an accident is going to put regulations onto the U.S. industry. And some of these are really, their recommendations are nonsensical, I have to say. Like I said, there are some great recommendations on how the actual wiring, which caused the actual problem, can be improved. Yes, but having the recording of multiple bridge microphone inputs such that the audio channels can be isolated or recorded independently, and updating the performance requirements for playback software that facilitates real-world use, including enhanced criteria for exporting the proprietary video and data recording data into open industry standard formats. So what that means is that you have multiple microphones around every bridge of every vessel that is recording the data and storing the data, and that you're isolating it. So that means, and keep in mind, you were talking about basically recording 24/7
Right.
on the bridge.
So instead of looking at this and just taking a breather, well, I guess it has been a while, and just seeing, look, realistically, why does NTSB, Coast Guard officials, whatever, when something like this happens, they immediately, instead of understanding the situation or what, again, SASH requirements, let's just,
That's where I go back to on
Okay.
this. Is this?
I was like, let's just put the elephant in the room. Like, let's fix the actual problem. Let's not throw shit.
Instead of how we record the problem
Yeah,
better. That's what this is doing. This is recording.
Yeah.
How do we get a better recording of the problem? No, let's stop the problem.
Yeah. I guess I don't understand that mindset. And I also, because it's like children, like, they're going to make a mistake. Shouldn't you understand why they made the mistake and change the whole like, so it doesn't happen again.
Mhm.
So putting cameras there, I mean, it's still going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
By the way, it was sailing under the flag of Singapore.
Singapore. Okay, that's actually not
I
a.
was about to
That's
say.
a. It's usually a very
Yeah.
high performing flag, and it's not one of the bigger flags either. Um, so and I have to say, I find that in these incidents, there's too many times that the Marine crew is blamed, and I do have to give the NTSB credit that they don't blame the Marine crew. Because they say, look, there wasn't enough time. They generally did the blackout recovery steps to be done correctly. I think those are good recommendations. But I do think in this instance is when you dig deeper and you look at some of the other human factors, and not necessarily the crew, but looking at the class auditors and looking at some of the companies and seeing, hey, where was your SMS here, your safety management system? Where this is a pretty known fault. I mean, I can't imagine, like, Angel, let's go back to a DP and just, no, by definition, a DP2 vessel will not go black ship because a single wire comes loose.
Done.
Why don't you have that sort of redundancy on the main drive propulsions and restart capabilities for a major vessel that's transiting through a port? That seems like a redundant function. That's where I think not the Marine crew, too many times the Marine crew gets blamed for stuff that should have been handled somewhere else. And so I was glad to see that the Marine crew wasn't blamed, but I think there's some other people that should share in some responsibility here. So that was just some lessons I think we could all take from the Dali report, and kind of taking them and saying, and let's take this back to where we started in cybersecurity of, you have a foreign vessel hitting a U.S. asset, causing immense problems and deaths inside the United States. That vessel should meet U.S. standards. And that vessel should meet U.S. cybersecurity standards. That vessel should meet U.S.
Because all hail would have broken loose.
Yes. Yes. So that's where to take this. All right. So I think we had a good response last week from Stump Aaron Game of vessel names. So let's end the episode doing it again here. So Ashley started last week. Angel, you want to start?
Okay. I think I have two. So my first one,
Can I play too? I'll just keep my mouth shut. You go. Yeah.
Michael Daigle.
The Michael Daigle?
Yes.
Ashley, you know this?
it.
All right. Say it.
Is it CG boats?
No.
No, shiitake mushrooms.
All right.
I know. They're on our security plan. Oh.
Give me a hint.
I don't know.
Just think of the T.
Yes.
Then that's because I was going to use them too.
TT.
TNT Marine?
Nope.
No.
Oh. TT?
Trinity.
Oh, yeah. Trinity
Yeah.
Tugs?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. Good member. No. Did not know that. All right. Ashley,
It's
then.
fun. Are you want me to go now?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. The Mary Margaret.
Mary Margaret?
I know what you're going to want to think it is, but it's not that. That's why I stumped you. You're going to want to think it's a Laborde.
No, it's not. I know that.
Well, because they're names.
No, but they're not.
I know.
It doesn't have lab at the
Yeah,
end.
true.
There's
Not
have
all
lab
theirs.
at the end. The Mary Margaret?
This is a hard one. They're a very
Usual-
member.
New member?
You have them last like 2-3 years.
I don't know. Who would that be?
Quig Brothers.
Oh,
West
Quig Brothers,
Coast,
West
yeah.
Coast. Another West Coast. You've been highlighting the West Coast members lately.
And they were on the call today. Don Carlson was on there.
Nice. Good.
Okay.
All right, Angel.
Okay. So I'm not sure if this is one. Okay. Emily Abair.
It is one.
Okay.
Or it used to be one.
Is that a...
Does it go to the G?
Yes.
God, I'm good. I'm only good and I can remember things.
Okay. Who is?
Gulf Coast Tugs?
Yes.
God, I'm good.
All right. Good job.
All right.
All right.
Okay, here we go, guys. The Roger Williams.
That is a Schwest boat?
No.
No. Roger Williams, is it?
Have you ever seen me more excited about anything than making air feel stupid?
That's why I proposed this. Is I knew you would like this because it makes me look dumb. Yes. Roger Williams, who names vessels after
I'll give you
people
a hint.
more?
I bullied him into becoming an AMSA member.
Okay. So you're going coastal. You're going to the other coastals, and this is a McAllister vessel. All right. Yes, that is. It's a crew boat, right? CTV crew boat conversion. All right.
They were also
yes.
on the call spec. Anywho.
All right.
Okay, I'll give you an easy one so you can get at least one right on the first try. On the first try.
Okay.
Candy Factory.
Oh, Candy Factory. All right. Well, what is distinct about that company? What do all of their vessels have that you can only find on that company's vessels?
Why are you asking me? Ask Ashley.
All right, Ashley.
Oh, wait, I wasn't even, I'm sorry. I was, again, the stupid 14-year-old texting me.
Candy Factory.
Well, I can, from the pictures, I can.
What's distinctive?
Yeah, what's distinctive?
It's red and white.
No, it's not red and white.
Santa Claus is driving it?
No.
It's blue and white.
It's blue and white. That's what I meant. I mean, it's a Candy Fleet, obvi.
Candy Fleet vessels all have a very high, what looks like a fin.
Yeah,
it looks like a fin on a sports car.
Is Candy World an old Candy Fleet boat?
Yes, it is.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a converted crew boat. Yeah, so no, if you look in the Candy World has it too. They have a fin up top where the...
Oh, yeah. And we have one of their boats framed. That's a boat. That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that it? The Candy World right there?
That's Candy Wagon.
yeah.
You can see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
God, I'm
no,
old.
it gives them, I always like their distinctive look for them because it shows that. So, and while we're talking about them, Steve Markram needs to come on the
Steve
podcast.
Markham.
So,
Get your ass in here.
all right.
But an AMSA member.
A great AMSA member. All right. Well, I think that wraps up this episode of the Offshore Briefing. Thank you, everyone,
When
for
we come
tuning
back,
in.
the dog will be on the...
No, there won't. No, there will be no dog. All right. Thank
It'll
you, everyone.
be December next time we come back.
With
Yes.
the dog.
Have a good weekend.
Happy Friday.
Friday. That wraps up another episode of Maritime in America. We're proud to highlight the voices and stories that keep the American offshore industry strong. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us, and remember, the course ahead is shaped by those who step up and steer it. If you liked what you heard, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew. Tune in every Friday for your offshore briefing, and don't miss our next full episode, dropping soon with a very special guest's mariner's perspective. Catch you next time.